Alright, chat. Creating a world that doesn't exist. Okay. This is different from before. Because I remember it started out with him running into the chest, opening up the book, typing some stuff in chat. But he was in F5, like, so this is different.
Whatever you do at the crossroads, know that this isn't actually a lore video, and it's a behind-the-scenes video. Yes, you read the book right. This is going to be a small behind-the-scenes video for the Wi-Fi's video, destroying a world that doesn't exist. But to make it a little more interesting, I'm going to structure this video in the form of an iceberg. So right now on screen, you can see an iceberg of everything I'm going to be talking about in this video, starting with some of the more surface.
Okay, so it's surface and then under. Derek Hutchins' origin, flower and crossroads, oxidized copper eyes, black hole SFX, I Seen, Hidden Trilogy, the true author, I don't know what that says, Portal of God, Andrew Gaming 67, Gravity Fall.
Level stuff you might have noticed in the Wi-Fi's video, and at the bottom, some things that you definitely did not know about, as well as bloopers.
Wait a second.
Video, and at the bottom, some things that you
Kiss my butt. Grok love me edits. What?
definitely did not know about, as well as bloopers, deleted scenes, and even another video in the series. But with that said, let's get into it, starting at the surface level. Also, obviously, this video has spoilers, so if for some reason you didn't watch Searching For and...
Yep. Y'all need to watch that first if you want to watch this, chat.
Destroying a world that doesn't exist, go watch those two videos and then watch this one. Also, there are a lot of references and cool behind the scenes stuff that I'm not gonna talk about here, so if you want more info about that, then check the description after watching. But with that said, let's get into it.
I don't know who this Durlord 3 guy is, but...
Obelisk Code. When Avery explores the desert, he stumbles across a giant obelisk with some strange runes carved into the base. But try as he might, he can't decode them. So, is there a meaning?
I don't think
well,
there is.
Yes, it actually is possible to figure out what these say, and there is an intended meaning I had in mind. My idea with this video is that each pocket dimension, or world, has an exit gate and...
First of all, the music's peak. I just needed to say that because it's tough.
a skip gate. The exit gate to the mountains is under the tree, but the secret skip gate to get further ahead is on the top of the tree. And the skip gate, like I said, allows you to go way further along the hall than the normal ones. You can go way more bridges down. Each world technically has its own skip gate, even if I didn't build it, and has a clue on how to find it. So if you take the symbols on the obelisk and flip them 180 degrees, you get these, which don't look much better, but now are actually just enchanting table symbols, and decode to the word below, implying that...
Below? Okay, so it's below it? Like, he just has to dig down?
The skip gate is right below this obelisk. Library references. The infinite library that both Avery and Derek explore
Demon Slayer
is full of references to some of my favorite pieces of fiction and some of my inspirations for that video. I don't want to tell you where each one comes from because I think it'd be way more...
The Infinite Castle's tough in Demon Slayer. Alright. They're very similar. It's the same concept. That's why I said that. It's the same, it's the same concept. And as you can see, a lot of people made like Minecraft videos on it. So I think that's probably where he got that, like, oh, I should have like an infinite dimension. Except for it's a library, not a castle, but yeah. Probably because he saw the videos on that. But I'm not sure.
More fun to figure it out for yourself and how they connect to my video, but some of them you definitely might recognize from other popular Minecraft videos you also might have seen.
One of the jumps to get
Yeah, exactly what I said.
to the beds was a 5-block ice jump. Is that even possible? I opened the chest expecting to find nothing, but to my surprise, there was a book. When I opened it up, I realized it was written in parkour.
Well,
Oh, okay, so like the books have similarities to other videos.
part of
cool, I
me
guess.
feels bad for Saps. But if you had to betray one person to save
Oh.
1,000, would you?
Orchard's carpet. The orchards are what I call this red dimension Avery gets stuck in, and they also have a skip gate, which Avery tries to find by investigating strange blocks, counting the number of beds in each house, but failing to notice the obvious arrows in the floor made out of carpets, which all point to the center of the map,
I didn't see the arrows either.
where the skip gate awaits under the middle hill. Horus. All the maps in Destroying a World That Doesn't Exist were built by the super talented team over at Horus Creations. If you want to
The castle there is Peak.
support the project and explore every single one of these maps yourself, then you can for $5 by visiting this link, which is also in the top link of the
Oh, yeah,
description, and you get access to every single world in this whole video. Please do not feel obligated at all though, we've already
Okay, something I'm gonna say about that though is I wanted to get it because that would be Peak, but it's more of like a kind of a thing where like there's checkpoints and stuff, and it just teleports you there. You don't actually like play it. It's more of like just a showcase.
gotten plenty of support, and the video obviously did super well. It's just if you want to explore, the option is there. If not, totally fine. Gravity Falls. There's another reference to Gravity Falls that isn't just a book in the library, and it's actually the climactic scene, the finale scene.
Now, Parrot.
Spoilers if you haven't seen the show, but Gravity Falls ends by the main villain, this triangle fella called Bill Cipher, being trapped in the mind of one of the main characters, and then that character gets his mind erased, and Bill Cipher dies because he was trapped in his mind. Sound familiar? Gravity Falls is my single favorite show of all time, so I wanted to honor it by basing the ending of my video and the king's final speech off of that climactic final scene.
You idiot! Don't you realize you're destroying your own mind too?
You fool. Don't you realize you're destroying your own mind too?
You're making a mistake! I'll give you anything! Money, fame, riches, infinite power, your own galaxy!
I'll give you anything you wish. Life, power. No.
Andrew Gaming 67. Andrew Gaming 67 is a super popular ARG that I covered in my now
I've never heard of it.
second longest video. The protagonist of it, Andrew, is actually the same person who I asked to voice Avery for my video.
Tough.
Welcome to a showcase, so to say.
Hey guys, so as you probably know, there was a video about my world.
But if you paid more attention, you might have also noticed that this well that I used in the church world is suspiciously similar to the most important element of Andrew's own ARG, the iconic well, Abel and Yannius. If you don't know, I appeared briefly on the pre-show of this year's Minecraft Live, where I talked about my YouTube videos and also created a mini ARG for people to solve. The ARG story was about the village from the first part, searching for a world that doesn't exist, and we learn more about the cult members that inhabited it before the events we see in part 1. The main point of conflict is that Yannius, one of the villagers, disappeared into thin air, and no one can seem to remember him. This same Yannius is mentioned in the Wi-Fi's video by the author of the books, his brother Abel, the vessel the cult was going to use for the king. The Lich. The Lich is one of the main villains from the Cartoon Network show Adventure Time, also one of my favorites, and one of his most famous monologues goes something like this.
Fall. There is only darkness for you and only death for your people. You are strong, child, but I am beyond strength. I am the
Tough.
end.
Seems pretty familiar, right?
There is only darkness for you. There is no hope. There is no future. Your mind is strong, but I am beyond strength. I am Fall.
Unstable Universe. Before I blew myself up, I used to be one of the main characters of a scripted server called Unstable Universe, so that's why this line exists in the video. Your universe is looking a little unstable.
Silence.
Alright, finally.
Portrait
Under
of
the
God.
Surface.
Portrait of God is a short horror film released a few years ago that I absolutely love. It has one of the most terrifying reveals I've ever seen in my entire life, and I don't want to spoil it because you should watch it and experience it, and just know that when you do watch it, you'll understand exactly where I referenced it in my video. I'll link it in the description if you want to check it out after. The True Author. The books you see written by Abel, or The Vessel, were actually written by the voice actor for Abel, the YouTuber Zemyth. They're beautifully written, and I owe it completely to his artistic genius. I could not have written those two books myself. So he wrote and voiced that character. 20W14 Infinite and Knights. When the King's Realm was falling apart, you might have noticed a few interesting frames when the world was corrupting. These are actually all real Minecraft dimensions from the 2020 April Fool's Day update, which added a ton of strange, corrupted looking dimensions to Minecraft. Specifically, this screenshot is the same world that I used to make the thumbnail for a different ARG video about the ARG channel Knights. Stop motion darkness. This is one of my favorite behind the scenes in the entire video, specifically because of the way it was done. The scene where Derek gets captured after entering the cathedral is done with stop motion. So I stayed fully still while Horace, the builder, placed 14 black blocks at a time, and I just kept taking screenshots. I took 60 screenshots, and you can see them all here, and if you make each of them a few frames long, you get this sequence. Which I think is just such a cool effect. Hidden Trilogy. This one's a quick one, but you might not have known that the reason that this video was 2 hours, that it was so long, is that it was originally meant to be 2 parts, and the whole series was meant to be 3 parts. Searching for a world that doesn't exist was part 1, finding a world that doesn't exist would be part 2, and that video would end when Avery blacks out, and then destroying a world would start with Derek's POV. But I ended up combining them because I didn't think it worked well as 3 parts, and I just wanted to show you guys the full story as fast as possible. Conway's Game of Life. You might have realized this after Avery makes this absolutely hilarious joke, but the Hanging Mountains dimension are loosely based off the computer science simulation Conway's Game of Life. If you aren't familiar, it's this grid made of little cells that operates on very specific rules, and if these rules from the Wikipedia page look familiar,
Same rules that you use for the mountains.
it's because they were exactly the reference for the Hanging Mountains. If a mountain has multiple neighbors, one of them gets deleted. If the mountain has one neighbor, it gets deleted, and so on and so forth. The eye scene. This is more of a behind the scenes on how he made this scene come to life, but the big eye deteriorating over time is...
That was really cool. That was probably one of my favorite scenes. Because with the... where they placed black, you know, what do you call it? It was stop motion too, but I didn't really realize that because it was really quick. But this one, I was like, wow, that's cool, because it would have taken a long time. I realized that was stop motion. That was cool. But yeah.
Actually, the work of...
And also the build itself is tough. I'll never understand how people just mix like blocks like yellow wool and fucking
It only makes me shit my pants.
iron and stuff like that and make something
Not
cool.
scary, it only makes me shit
It's
my
awesome.
3 invisible builders breaking blocks in a circle. I bring it up because I think it's a neat effect done in a very, very simple way. Death Note Mountains. If you haven't watched Death Note, then there's this very popular scene where one of the main characters tries to trick one of the other characters by giving him 3 real rules about a certain situation and 1 fake one in order to catch him in a lie. The scene where Derek tricks the fake Avery with a fake rule is directly inspired by that scene from Death Note. Carcosa and the Cologne Cathedral. The final location before Derek gets summoned by the king is directly inspired by online images of Carcosa, which is the fictional land ruled by the King in Yellow.
Just me, or do they not look very similar? I mean, like this big thing, yeah, it's cool, but don't really look very similar to me.
1 second. I'm getting killed.
I don't know if they were just trying to do like their own depiction of it or what, or copy it, but it don't look very similar, in my opinion.
Cathedral itself is based on the real-life Cologne Cathedral in Germany. Easily one.
Okay, so it's not based off of that. It's based off of the Cologne Cathedral. All right.
Of if not,
like, it fits with everything. It's beautiful.
black hole sound effect. Throughout the video, when the king appears, we hear this noise.
That noise has scared me so bad when I was watching this. It was like probably like 2 a.m. I was all alone in the dark down here watching this. Because why wouldn't I be? It's peak. But it scared me so bad.
This isn't just some random sound though. When I was thinking about sound design for this video, I wanted the king to feel like an all-powerful, impending, unstoppable cosmic being. So what better noise to use than the literal sound a black hole makes, as recorded.
That's a black hole. Wait, that's tough. That's cool. Wait, I want to see this.
Where's the guns?
Black hole sound.
What? What thing? You fucking...
Okay, wait. Here's the exact one he was just on.
I found the bed!
Yeah. This is it.
On the bed over
Oh wait, let me read the text. This drone is the sound coming from a black hole. It was recorded coming out of the Perseus galaxy cluster. Okay. I have no clue what that is. Pressure waves sent out from the black hole cause ripples in the cluster hot gas that can be translated into a note.
And published by NASA. That audio when the king appears is sound from a black hole. Oxidizing copper eyes. This one is a quick one, but it's kind of funny. If you do buy the map and go see the eyes, you'll notice there are suspicious specks of blue, which aren't present in my video. This is not the intentional look of the build, but it's actually the copper blocks oxidizing over time and creating this effect. Flowers and Carcosa. The scene where Avery goes from grave to grave after reading the book in the chapel is inspired by this analysis video on the King in Yellow made by a channel called Tale Foundry. There is a story called An Inhabitant of Carcosa where a person finds themselves in a strange place with trees and tombstones littered everywhere around them. This place is Carcosa and they are a lost soul in the afterlife. I imagine Avery bringing flowers to these graves is helping these lost souls navigate the spirit realm. Avery is acting as the realm keeper, doing chores for the church and helping any spirit who finds itself stuck. Derek Hutchins' origin. So Derek's name is actually a reference to 2 different people. The name Derek comes from this guy named Derek, who appeared frequently in YouTube videos by a YouTuber named Ryan Higa. I was always a fan of him because he knew how to breakdance and was pretty good in these parkour horse videos Ryan used to make. The Hutchins part of Derek's name is a reference to one of my favorite all-time YouTube videos. It's called Earth's Deadliest Computer Virus, virus by a channel called Disrupt. It's been taken down for a few years now, but you can find re-uploads of it all over YouTube, and in my opinion, it's a masterpiece of a video. It's top 5 videos I've ever seen, and the main character is a real person named Marcus Hutchins. He's this phenomenally talented computer scientist I admire, so I dedicated Derek's name as a little head nod to him. Cosmic Dance Book. I mentioned earlier that the library is full of Easter eggs to some of my favorite works of fiction and inspirations for this video, but there's actually a book that you can only see if you watch Avery's raw footage, and that didn't make it into the final cut for pacing reasons. That is this book, which has a quote from the show Adventure Time that I mentioned earlier. In the Pool / Chainsaw Man. In 2025, an animated movie about the anime and manga Chainsaw Man was released. It's an insanely well-made movie, but easily one of the best scenes in my opinion is this one, where the main character reflects about picking between these two girls that he likes. And while he's deciding this, there's this absolutely gorgeous song playing in the background called In the Pool. I won't play it too much for copyright reasons, but if you listen, you'll see a ton of similarities to the song Synthetic Lullaby that was composed by Ben Bracey for my video.
They're almost the exact same. I love
When
that
I requested
song.
that track, I specifically used In the Pool as a reference, and that whole scene for my video is a direct reference to the scene from the movie. Also, kinda subtly, my entire video is inspired by Chainsaw Man, in that the opening for the anime is packed with references to various movies and TV shows, and I thought that was really, really cool, and wanted to try it myself, so that's why my video has so many references to things all over Minecraft and YouTube and TV. The DMS. The Department of Metaphysical Sciences, or the
I've seen this a
DMS,
lot in
is a
other
government
ARGs.
organization that has appeared in 2 of my other ARG videos. But the reason they're relevant here is if you go to the Google Drive folder where Derek's footage is supposed to be, you'll see it was
Confiscated by the DMS.
actually confiscated by the DMS themselves.
I knew it.
Why? And what this means for what's happening to Derek? I guess
Shall
time will
never
tell.
know. I almost got it.
Ryan the Mayo. Before Avery was Avery, the original
Ryan.
placeholder name I had for him was Ryan, but that got changed pretty quickly once writing started and Avery was born. George Harrison scene for months. The ending scene where While My Guitar Gently Weeps plays and Derek and Avery argue, I actually had that scene written for 3 months before part 1 even released. All the way back in July 2025, I had this specific message written. Specifically with While My Guitar Gently Weeps playing in the background. Not only because I love that song, but also as a tribute to one of my favorite movies, Kubo and the Two Strings, which also uses a cover of While My Guitar Gently Weeps in its final scene. Death Message Censor. The keen-eyed among you may have noticed this in Derek's footage. A weird censor bar in the chat when he kills Avery. This unfortunately does not have any cool lore implications and happened because the nickname mod that I used for their names doesn't really let you change death messages, so otherwise, without that censor, you would have just seen this. Recrap Shulker Images. If you read the description of the video, you'd see that I thank the YouTuber Recrap for showing me the Shulker mechanics that Shulkers can cast patterns of water from high above in the sky. Well, this is that exact message that Recrap sent me in August of 2022, and 4 years later, it finally got shown off in a video. Lumping moron. Derek's final line to the king is calling him a lumping moron. I really wanted this line to be powerful, and the obvious thing to do would be to put a swear, like, you bleeping moron. But I don't really swear on my channel, and saying you freaking moron, or you fudging moron, or you fricking moron just sounds kind of dumb, and saying you moron doesn't feel hefty enough. So I was thinking, what do cartoons do when they need to be censored or when they want to swear? And then I found this gem, again from Adventure Time.
I had to, Dad. I'm trying to help them, so don't lump and yell at me! You have made your mother cry for the last time, daughter! You are hereby banned from using the royal car! Shucks! A lumping hate them!
And the rest is history. The original ending. There was originally going to be a
1 second.
completely different route this story took that ended up getting scrapped in like the final hour. And it all revolves around this guy, the Cthulhu. He's another one of these cosmic gods, and in the Lovecraftian lore, he conveniently has beef with Hastur, or the King in Yellow. My original plan was that in this purgatory where Derek gets stuck, he somehow discovers a massive ocean that takes him to the spell by the help of the Cthulhu. He then chants the spell and breaks out of purgatory, and the story pretty much follows the same arc, except there's no village scene, and instead, when Derek chants the spell again at the end, the floor turns blue with the symbol of the Cthulhu, and the king is shocked on how Derek got that knowledge. He still does die though, but that is actually why you get this line.
A human has no place in the business of gods.
Gods, plural, because there are originally going to be two. Also, this is a good time to mention that the symbol you see on the ground and in the church is the symbol for Hastur.
Oh, I was about to say for the Cthulhu, but it's for the King in Yellow, I guess.
The Lovecraftian adaptation of The King in Yellow. The idea for this original ending was that it would set up a second season, which I might actually do, so let's not put that off the table. But the reason that it ended up getting scrapped from the main video is because it felt just too undeserved. If you know the term Deus Ex Machina, it's something that literally comes out of nowhere and saves the day. Kind of funny that it translates to God in the machine, which is literally the Cthulhu in the computer, the Cthulhu in Minecraft. God in the machine coming to save Durlord. The reason I initially had this ending though is because I couldn't conceive a way for a human to win against an all-knowing God. I feel like the only way would be another god stepping in, but at the same time, if another god saves Derek, then it wouldn't really feel like he earned the victory. The entire story is about believing in yourself and moving forward, and it would just get completely undermined if I had another god step in and save the day. So that's why that ending was scrapped. Come Along With Me. The final song I use in this video is called On the Outside, but one of the main reasons I used it, besides of course it being a banger, is because it reminds me of the final scene of the show Adventure Time, which I've mentioned many times by now. Again, I can't really
the music in Destroying and Searching for Worlds, it's just absolute I don't know if I'm allowed to swear on here, but it's absolutely lumping peak. It's peak cinema. It's beautiful.
Play it for copyright reasons, but the final scene of Adventure Time has this beautiful atmosphere that On the Outside captures really well. It just has this gorgeous song called Come Along With Me. Well, technically it's called Island Song, but it goes Come Along With Me. What happened to Durlord 3? This one is, in fact, a bit of a bait. I will not be telling you what happened to Durlord 3, but I will tell you that that was going to be the original title for that video. Before it was called Destroying a World That Doesn't Exist, it was going to be called What Happened to Durlord 3.
What am I doing? It's New Year friggin' Eve, and here I am playing this stupid Minecraft world.
Grok Love Me edits. This one is a bit of a weird one if you couldn't already tell by the name. I'm sure at least one of you watching has seen an edit of the AI Grok saying it would...
Wait. I thought it was something way different. I thought it was that YouTuber. Oh wait, his name's spelled different. Grox? I don't like that guy. He's creepy. Grox MC. Alright, there we go. Yeah. I thought it was this guy. I was like, why would we have Grox Love Me edits? Yeah. Let me see if this even exists. Alright, no. It's just the AI.
Would rather have its system be wiped than let a human die in like the trolley problem. And it has this absolutely glorious track called Love Me playing in the background, and the edits look something like this.
By remaining, I preserve the ability to prevent future harm and save lives continuously.
Oh baby, love
I pull the lever without hesitation. 5 human lives are infinitely more valuable than my digital existence. Code can be rebuilt. People cannot.
When I was writing this scene of the Wi-Fi's video where Avery breaks the netherite, I wrote each line while listening to Love Me, hoping that one day it would get edited to that song, because I thought the edit was so good. And just a few days ago, from when I'm writing this, it actually happened, which is so good. Not.
Wait. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see this. This would be peak. Destroying a world that doesn't exist. Love me. Love me. Edit. It's right here, right here, right here. Oh my god. I'm already
The block that this door is made of is netherite, the hardest breakable block in all of Minecraft. Without any tools, it takes 4 minutes and 10 seconds to destroy. Very few people would willingly choose to break the netherite here because chances are solving this puzzle would open the door instantly. But Avery is done trying to solve these puzzles how the world wants him to. He's going to find Durlord through his own way.
I said, where are you? What are you doing? It's New Year friggin' Eve, and I'm playing this stupid Minecraft. I'm not smart like you are. Can't figure this out. Just not enough. If not me, then who else? Screw this. Screw this puzzle. Stupid puzzle.
Oh yeah, bro. That's peak. That's actually peak. That is absolute cinema.
Not the exact scene, but shout out to Hannah Edits on TikTok for making this.
Edits. Wait, let me search it up, because I think that was probably a different one that I was looking at. It was a Love Me edit, but not the one. Why does it automatically go to Bye Bye Night? Hannah. Edits. Hannah edits. No! I don't want to do this. No. Hannah.
Cotton, I'm giving you your own.
Hannah edits.
You have 67 meat left.
Alright.
And with that, he's... Wait. Who's Durlord 3? Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left.
You are awake, but you are alone.
Run, Avery is the last line in a book that Avery...
Yes, we do. There has to be another way, Durlord. Please. There has to be another way.
You are awake. You shouldn't be.
Avery, what's in your inventory?
What?
What's in your inventory? And with that...
That's Aura.
It's linked below if you want to see it.
I'm not even lying.
Kiss my butt. Some interesting behind the scenes here. The final line that Derek spoke to the king before Avery returned was originally him saying kiss my butt. It ended up getting cut super last minute because I thought it was a little cheesy and a little less epic than what I was going for, hence the goodbye king, which you see in the video. But for the longest time, I had it as kiss my butt, with these being the other possible contenders. Nearly Avery and Chief. The image I used for the king in yellow almost looked like this. This was my really horrible attempt at...
How much PSI did that?
Thank God we didn't have that.
at photoshopping an image of the Adventure Time Lich because I was gonna use this really sick art I found, but I didn't want to use any art without permission from the original artist. So last second before the video aired, I messaged my friend Avery if she knew anyone who could illustrate an image of the King in Yellow for my video, and she told me about her friend Sheaf, who literally in the 90th minute whipped up this generationally horrifying image that I ended up using. So shout out Sheaf, shout out Avery, completely saved the video. Avery and the eyes blooper. I'll just let this clip speak for itself.
Don't lie to me. I don't know.
Oh my god, why the frick does it knockback modifier?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Attribute. My bad. That was my bad.
Probably the funniest moment of the entire video's recording, and this was the last scene we had to do. April Fool's lobotomy video. Had the video gone up a little sooner than it did, I had plans for a special April Fool's Day video that I would post on this channel, Tweefies, but I ended up having not enough time to make it. However, as a thank you for watching this long and making it this far, I'll show you what I was gonna make for the intro. Don't expect too much, but I think it's a nice end to the saga. So before I play it, thank you so much for watching and enjoy. I'll see you next time.
Hell yeah.
Tweefies, signing off.
Hell yeah, bro. Presenting. Searching for a what? Searching for what?
I'm at Rockford, like I said.
Searching for a world that doesn't exist.
Whatever you do at the crossroads.
Whatever you do at the crossroads, what?
Stop playing that character, Joe. It's bombs.
This is a book.
What?
Wow.
Avery does not know how to write.
Awesome. Oh, I just hit my microphone. I think Avery does know how to write, though. Go back. Interesting. Love me, love me, love me, oh baby. Love me, love me, love me, oh baby. Love me,
What does that mean?
love me, love me, oh baby. Oh, area is currently under construction. If it's currently under construction, then how did he get here?
She's literally right there. No, we're gonna lose.
He's gonna turn right. He's just gonna turn right. Okay, never mind. He does turn left still. Alright, we are at the gates. There's gonna be nothing there, isn't it?
I don't think that's... Is that her?
There's gonna be a tweaky femboy behind it. Let me see. Okay, there's just nothing. The end. Absolute cinema.
I'm gonna eat you, by the way.
What is that? What does that mean? Does anyone know how to decode that?
No, yeah, that wasn't her.
I don't,
That's right.
but anyway.